Hey guys, welcome back to Upkeep. Another fun bonus episode while we're waiting on Season 2 to get started. For us in the United States, we have Independence Day coming up, and to celebrate, there's no specific theme. Everyone's just playing whatever the heck they want to play. Let's go ahead and jump into the deck intros. Today, I am playing Yidris Maelstrom Wielder. This is a really weird deck. I'm playing it today because there was no time in Season 2 that I will be morally allowed to play this. It's kind of a chaos deck. I want to be cascading and making other people do weird things, and it's gonna be weird.
Hey guys, it's Tommy back for another episode, and today I'm going to be playing Isshin, Two Heavens is One. And I know what you're thinking, we've seen him before, but hear me out on this. First time we saw him, I hadn't upgraded him yet, so he's completely different from how he is now. And the second time we saw him, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you've seen Revenge Week, I think you know where I'm going with this. And if you haven't, go watch that video, and you'll understand. So let's get into it.
Hey guys, Jason back for another episode of Upkeep. Today I'm going to be playing my Tovolar deck. You've seen Steven's deck and you've seen my Tovolar deck as a Tiny Leaders deck, but I'm going to show you the Commander deck. The idea is pretty simple. Play out a bunch of werewolves, get Tovolar to flip, draw a bunch of cards, deal a lot of damage. Let's see what happens.
Hey, it's Steven here, and I will be playing Brallin and Shabraz, partner commanders. I figured it'd be a pretty good theme considering I'm playing Jeskai. It's American colors as well. We'll see how this does.
If you'd like to support Geek and Seek, consider becoming a patron. All patrons also get to join our Discord, where you'll not only be able to hang out and talk Magic, but also have yourself or your deck appear in our upcoming Magic Online and Spell Table series.
Who won the dice roll?
I did. I rolled a 10.
When you're ready.
All right. I will draw for turn. I will play this Evolving Wilds and pass. And just on your upkeep, Steven, I'm going to crack my Evolving Wilds.
Sounds good. I will play Temple of Triumph and enters battlefield tap. And enters battlefield, I will scry 1. That will be the end of my turn.
You're leaving it on top or the bottom?
I'm definitely leaving it on top.
I am going to play Sulphur Falls as my land. It will just enter tapped, and I'll pass.
All right. And I liked what Steven did so much that I'm also going to do it. I'll play Temple of Triumph and enters tapped, and I will scry 1, and that will be the end of my turn. I will keep that on the top.
By the way, when Steven was having his upkeep, this forest happened to enter the battlefield from my Evolving Wilds. Just make sure we caught that.
I love the full art.
Those full arts are pretty sick, yeah.
Draw. I will play this Command Tower. Then I will tap for 2, and I will put out a Swiftfoot Boots. I will pass.
Cool. I will play an island as my land for turn. I will pay 2 to play Fellwar Stone. And then I will pass a turn.
Oh, he's ramping, get him. All right, I'm gonna play a Gruul Turf as my land for the turn, and I will bounce the Sulphur Falls back to my hand.
Oh, rough life, dude.
Yeah, I'll have to discard a card.
What the heck is that?
It has officially been caught on camera. Steven cheated.
Steven
is officially
Judge,
on camera.
Sorry that I play like this.
I'm gonna discard a Frostboil Snarl. Pass.
All right. I will play a Swamp for my turn, and then I'll tap that for white to play a Hopeful Initiate. 1/2. It has training, so that means whenever this creature attacks with another creature with greater power, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and then I can pay 2 and a white and remove 2 +1/+1 counters from among creatures I control to destroy target artifact or enchantment. And I pass.
We can edit this out. But who are you playing again? I didn't even actually look at this. Oh, you're just
Chaos deck. You played
just playing Yidris. Mm-hmm. It's just Yidris.
It's just Yidris.
I will play this Mountain. It's my land for turn. I will tap for 3. I will play Runus' Monument. Green creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, target creature you control gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Then I will pass.
Cool. Untap the wand. I will play an island as my land for turn, and then I will pay 4 to cast one of my commanders, Brallin, Skyshark Rider. Whenever you discard a card, put a 1/1 counter on Brallin, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. I can pay a red to give a target shark trample until end of turn, and I will pass a turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play an island for the turn. It's definitely not a water energy card.
It's definitely an island.
Yeah, I'm letting the chaos already ensue.
Yeah.
So for a red, a green, and a blue, I'm going to cast Averna, the Chaos Bloom. It's a 4/2. When I cascade, I may put a land card from among the exiled cards onto the battlefield tapped, and I will pass.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yo, what gen is that?
This is from the Sinnoh region.
Sinnoh region? Okay, cool.
We will play a Tainted Peak. I'm going to tap that for red, black, and a white. And we're going to bring out main man Isshin.
Oh, he coming.
Y'all know what he does at this point. I've played him enough. And then we're going to go to combat, and I'm sorry, you're the only one without a blocker. So you're going to take 1 damage from the Hopeful Initiate.
And it has begun.
Okay.
First blow.
And then I'll pass.
I will untap. I will play a Cinderglade. It's my land for the turn. Then I will tap for 1 green and 1 red, and because it costs 1 less from Ronus's Monument, I will cast Tovolar for 2. I do not have any creatures to target with Ronus's Monument's ability, so that will just fizzle and go away. Then I will tap the Cinderglade for a red, and I will use that red to equip Swiftfoot Boots to Tovolar. Any responses before the equip takes place?
Unfortunately not.
Alright, Tovolar now has haste and hexproof. Morgan, you let me draw a card?
Sure, but just take it easy on me.
Yeah.
I have a very slow deck.
We can be friends for a while. We can be friends for a while.
All right, the aggro deck and the tempo deck.
You just put down a Pokemon energy card. I have no idea what to expect now. Complete. So I'm gonna
It's an island.
move to combat, and I'm gonna hit you.
Clearly.
Oh, sorry. I guess I forgot one thing. When Tovolar enters the battlefield, it becomes day.
It's begun.
Oh, here it is.
So
Swinging Tovolar at you for
So
3.
he boot, scoot, and boogied, right?
Boot, scoot, and boogie.
And when Tovolar deals combat damage to you, you draw a card. All right. Then I'll pass the turn.
I untap and I will Dewall. I'm gonna tap Temple of Triumph to cycle Forgotten Cave.
In response to that, I'm gonna tap the command tower for red, and I'm gonna cycle Forgotten Cave.
Okay.
Let's go, bud.
Class recognizes
When
class.
I discarded Forgotten Cave, I will put a 1/1 counter on Brallin, and it will deal 1 damage to each opponent.
My leg.
Then I'll play Ragran Triome. Enters the battlefield tapped. Should I take? Well, nah, I'm gonna pass.
All right. I was hoping to find an untapped black mana source. So I'm going to play a Bajuka Bog, and I guess just out of spite, I'm going to hit Jason because he has more than 1 card in his graveyard.
No, my Forgotten Cave and Evolving Wilds. No.
Get tickled.
You'll rue the day.
For 1, I'm going to cast a Soul Ring, and then for 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to cast Boom Pile. Tap it, flip a coin. If I win, destroy all non-land permanents. Don't piss me off.
What?
I hate that.
Oh man, this deck is
don't-
already doing.
I don't wanna.
Steven's not going to want to trade with his commander. Steven,
if I
I'm
do?
going to swing you for 4.
Read them like a book.
Play a Mutant for 2. We're gonna cast the Orzhov Signet, tapping the Temple of Triumph to tap the Orzhov Signet for 2, and then for another black, we're also gonna play the Audacious Thief. Whenever it attacks, I draw a card and lose 1 life. We're gonna move to combat. Morgan, you have less life.
He also has the ability to ruin everything.
I know.
Yeah, I want to go tickling my pickle. if I
Okay.
do.
How's 1 damage?
No, because it has training. It's 2. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Because it has to attack with another
Well, I was
creature.
also gonna swing Isshin.
Oh, see that? You said how about 1 damage? You were very misleading with that.
Yeah, I was.
You get better at making deals. Look at Tommy go.
I'll take the 2 from the Hopeful Initiate.
Okay, and then the Isshin's going at you, Jason.
As the slow deck at the table, I'm not really liking these aggro plays.
And then that'll be it for my turn.
All right. Tap for 3. I'm gonna cast Cultivate.
Those Mystical Archives are
I'm gonna put
pretty
this
good.
mountain onto the battlefield tap, and I'm going to put this forest into my hand. Before I shuffle, I'm just gonna make this easy. I'm gonna play this forest as my land for the turn, and then for 2 green, I'm going to play Spirit of the Hunt. Spirit of the Hunt enters the battlefield. Each other creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf gets +0/+3 until end of turn. So Tovolar's going to get +0/+3. That's also going to trigger Ronus's Monument because I cast a creature spell. So Tovolar's going to get +2/+2 and Trample. So now Tovolar is a 5/8 with Trample.
Okay, I will say that Steven's other commander gains him life, so knocking him down a peg would
Then
fight
I was
you.
going to
Yeah.
attack Steven.
Yeah.
I was going to attack Steven. And I know what you guys are thinking. Why did I play that now when I could have flashed it in later? Mind your business.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
He's got a plan.
So move to combat, Steven. I'm going to hit you for 4.
It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5.
That's 5, yeah.
Maybe it is 5/+2. I don't know how to do math either. But that will trigger Tovolar, and I will draw a card. That is going to be the end of my turn.
Untap, draw. I'll play an island as my land for turn. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to play the Locust God. 4/4 flying. Whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. I can pay 2 a red and a blue to draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever he dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step.
That's a really scary card.
Yeah.
Morgan, I'm hitting you for 4.
Yeah.
I passed 10.
Exile. Please.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the Locust God. I want to send 4 at you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna replay the Sulphur Falls as my land for the turn. Do I play Yidris this turn?
You don't play anything and you let it become night.
I let it become night. Tovolar still doesn't go at me.
Of course.
All right,
Of
pass.
course. And Tommy, you only cast one spell. That way it stays night.
I can make that work.
So then what? Then
If-
you're gonna hate me again?
You just played the Locust God. What do you mean?
So what?
So what?
That's a
It's
really
the
scary
Locust
magic
God.
card.
I don't know if you know this about werewolves. And maybe you do because you have a werewolf deck, but
Probably do.
they're not good at flying.
You are correct.
So,
Yeah. In order to let it become night,
Or sorry, it is night.
or it is
because-
night, in order to let it stay, red and a white. For Necroan, Hoplite, it's a 1/2, and whenever it attacks, it gets plus X plus 0 until end of turn, where X is the number of attacking creatures I control. I think I'll be nice this turn and just leave up blocks and pass. Also, I realized he should have gotten 2 counters when he attacked because Isshin was out.
Because that's not a May ability, just go ahead and put it.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it's
ask.
something you have
I won't
to
make
do.
you take the extra damage because technically you should have, but I do want to put the counter on. If that's fair.
That's fair.
Okay. Cool.
Steven,
So you-
attacking you is like the only thing keeping them from going at me.
Is it though?
Yes. It is. Like, Tommy, if I attacked you, are you going to swing at me?
Probably.
Yeah. Morgan, if I attack you, are you going to blow up the world?
I mean, it's a
We-
50-50 chance.
That's the
You gotta-
thing. We are afraid of that card as we kind of should be, but it's also a 50-50 chance.
Play Mountain as my land for turn. Roll tap 4, 5, red. I'm going to cast Mana Geyser.
Oh.
And I'm going to get 7 red. 5 turns into 7. With 3 of the 7, I'm going to cast Goblin War Drums. Creatures you control have menace.
Ooh.
I'm going to add 1 to it. I'm going to cast Berserker's Onslaught. Attacking creatures you control have double strike.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
I'm going to swing at you with Tovolar. It's a 4/4 with menace and double strike. So you're going to be taking 8 damage.
All right, in response, I'm gonna go blue, black, and 2, and cast Notion Thief. Whenever an opponent would draw a card, except for the first one they draw on their draw step, instead that player doesn't draw and I draw. You fiend.
You want to tap that?
I'll think about it. I want to see if I could draw some cards off with the Notion Thief.
Go ahead, draw your card.
Good for you.
I'm below happy now.
I mean, you can still be a threat and not have much life.
Are you still on the
but-
Locust God?
Yeah.
That's obviously not the
then-
scariest thing right now.
I will pass the turn because I cast 2 or more spells this turn. It will become day, and Tovolar will transform back into his human self.
Okay, I untap. I draw a card. When I draw a card, I create a 1/1 insect with flying and haste. Okay, you know, I just
Concealing him in your
realized
hand,
I'm
I
doing
like
a
that.
spider, and I realized that's not an actual.
That's not an insect,
but
bud.
you know what? I don't care.
It's a pretty decent looking spider, though.
Just erase 2 of the legs and just be, it's a weird looking spider. It lost a couple legs in the accident.
I will
Spider.
play Tranquil Cove as my land for the turn. When it enters the battlefield, I'll gain a life.
See, you're fine.
You got plenty
Yeah,
of life.
okay, I'm only
you got
at
plenty of
half.
life gain. You're fine.
You're at the starting life total for standard.
if we were playing
fine.
standard, we'd be in great shape.
All right, Steven, I agree that I don't think you're the threat anymore.
We have
Oh,
knocked,
anymore?
we have knocked him
You guys
down a
are
peg or
cute.
2.
Because I care. Don't forget I have Notion Thief.
You suck. That makes you suck. I propose a truce, and I propose that we eliminate Morgan.
What?
You're stopping me from doing like 50% of what I want to do.
I'm going to source the plowshare.
That'll do it.
Ocean Thief. Get out of here.
Is it power?
You gain life equal to its power. So you gain
1, 2, 3. Well, that kind of stinks, but I did draw a card for 4 mana.
You did.
I'll pay 4, use the Locust God's ability to draw a card, then discard a card. So I will draw a card. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and discard it. Bizarre Trade Mage. And then when I discard a card, I'll put a 1/1 counter on Brallin, and then it'll deal 1 damage to each opponent. Did we make our truce official with the handshake? We're gonna kill Morgan?
Kill Morgan.
Oh my god.
I'm
When
gonna,
Presta's not here, Morgan's next.
Morgan, I'm gonna hit you.
You have been hit
for
pre-
5, 10.
You gonna. Oh. Okay.
Pass the turn.
Okay, so for
way to
2,
do it.
with 1 floating, I'll cast the Wayfarer's Bauble. With that 1 floating and add 1, I'll tap and crack the Wayfarer's Bauble to find a basic land to put onto the battlefield tapped. We'll grab a swamp. Definitely a swamp.
That's definitely a swamp, yeah.
Who are you?
A harbinger of chaos. Tommy, you're not trying to kill me, right?
No.
Okay,
Not any more than normal, if that makes sense.
sure.
You know what I mean.
Help a brother out then. So for red, green, blue, I'm going to cast Guided Passage. Reveal the cards in your library. And An opponent chooses a creature, a land, and a non-creature, non-land to put into my hand.
Got it.
Stupid.
Don't set him up.
Can a land be a land that enters untapped? Actually, can it be a mountain specifically?
Don't give him what he wants.
I'll work with you that far. I'm gonna assume that's a mountain.
It's obviously a mountain.
I'm picking up on it. All right.
You have brainstorm in this deck, right?
Yeah, he does. It's literally on the bottom.
What would Emperor Palpatine say?
Because technically you're revealing all these. So me telling them what they are is not.
Yeah, that's correct. My entire 99 is technically open information.
Technically open information.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because it says reveal your library.
It's reveal your library.
Yo,
I was gonna say
hand this
here.
stuff to me,
yeah,
bro.
you get a stack, and then you get a stack.
One eternity later.
So I think the least scary creature I can give him right now is the Secura Tribe Elder. It's just
Come on.
This is kind of balls.
I think we'll go with the tempt because at least that has
Discovery?
that possible benefit for the rest of us as well.
Well, I'll go ahead and play that mountain
Well, then
as
here,
my
I'll
land for the
let you
turn.
shuffle it.
Oh man, this is risky. For double red, I'm going to suspend Glimpse of Tomorrow.
I like that card a lot.
When this card is actually cast, I shuffle all of my permanents into my library, then flip that many off the top to put into play.
That's a fun card.
Yeah, it's cool. It sometimes screws you over because sometimes it's like, oh, look at that. I have no lands. But usually it doesn't happen. I'm kind of scared, so I think I'm just going to leave blocks back.
You mean you're gonna leave block back?
I pass.
He's like, you know what?
That was
You know what?
unnecessary.
Send a message.
We're gonna draw. We're gonna play a mountain. 1, 2, 3. Red. Kazul, Tyrant of the
Sweet
Cliffs.
mercy.
We call that a deterrent where I'm from. I use a 5/4, and whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks, if I'm the defending player, I create a 3/3 red ogre creature token unless that creature's controller pays 3. And for those of you that may be confused, that does trigger with Isshin. I'm gonna go ahead and swing the Audacious Thief at Steven.
Why?
Because I want to draw a card. So when he attacks, I will technically lose 2 life
Is
and
it
draw 2
2?
cards, and
Yes.
you will take 2 damage.
Cast your other commander. It gains you life.
They've been other priorities, okay?
And then I'll pass.
On tap. Upkeep and draw. I'm going to play this mountain as my land for turn. You're gonna do it, aren't you?
There's nothing sus about Morgan being like, give me a coin.
I'm going to
it.
tap for 4.
Team.
I'm going to play Arlen Cord. I'm going to
Still the page
0
14.
Arlen Cord. She's going to be at 3 on this side. And I make a 2/2 wolf, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
You want to draw a 2/2 wall?
No.
Oh.
He's got a pretty one.
I has one. I'm going to tap for 3, and I'm going to cast Archetype of Aggression. So 3/2 enchantment creature, human warrior. Creatures you control have trample. Creatures your opponents control lose trample and can't have or gain trample.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, Jason, that doesn't really look like a werewolf to me.
Yeah.
And that's not very flavorful either, seeing how goblin's in the name. I'm just saying.
It's fine. When I cast the Archetype of Aggression, that triggers Ronus' Monument, and so my Spirit of the Hunt is going to get +2/+2. Gain trample, but it already has trample.
Kill Steven.
I'm gonna swing the Spirit of the Hunt at you, Morgan. So it's a 5/5 with trample and double strike and menace.
He's doing it.
In response,
doing it.
I'm going to tap the boom pile.
What's your call?
So we'll say heads, we destroy all non-land permanents.
Yeah!
It's fair.
Oh, my soul ring.
Wait, stop. Nope, never mind. Yeah, that happens.
Pass.
It's all
At
non-land
the beginning of
permanents.
my end step,
All
I will
non-land
return the
permanents.
Locust God from the graveyard to my hand.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Can I eat a cookie on camera?
Yeah. We're not sponsored by said cookie.
We don't want to be
I
sponsored
mean,
by
we
said cookie.
don't have to know where the cookie came
Well-
from, so it's just a chocolate chip cookie.
I'll pay 3, and I'm gonna cast Shabraz.
3.
This is
hasn't-
5. Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking. He's a 3/3. Whenever you draw a card, you put 1/1 counter on him, and you gain a life. You can pay a hybrid white-blue to give target human flying until end of turn. That will be the end of my turn.
Partners do track commander tax separately, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, commander
They
tax,
track
commander
and commander
damage,
damage, yeah.
or separate.
All right, I'll remove a time counter from the Glimpse of Tomorrow. So for 4, I'm going to cast Tempt with Discovery. I'm going to find a land to put onto the battlefield. Do you want to find a land?
I'll find a land to put on.
Do you want to find a land?
I'll find a land.
Do you want to find a land?
Man, I guess.
Is it any land or basic land?
Any land.
You know what would be best actually in this situation? Temple of False God.
I honestly
You know, sometimes I
think
want to die.
I'm
it
doing
would
command
really-
tower. I'm not.
I think it would be great if we all just put forests onto the battlefield.
Oh yeah,
I
hey,
think
there
that's
you go.
what I'm gonna do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And my deck
not-
that does not have green.
Yeah, same. I'm not playing green, but thank you.
I'm going to grab Command Tower, Temple of the False God,
three.
and Ancient Tomb. I guess I'll grab an exotic orchard. So for 4, I'm gonna cast my commander, Yidris Maelstrom Wielder, 5/4 with trample, and when it deals combat damage to a player, spells I cast from my hand this turn gain Cascade.
That's not good.
For 2, I'll cast the Prowler's Helm, which is an equipment that says equipped creature can't be blocked except by walls. And then for 2, I'll take 2 off of the Ancient Tomb. I'll equip it to Yidris. I will pass.
Kind of makes trample irrelevant.
Play the mountain for 1, 2, red, black, white. You boys coming back. That's all pass.
I will tap.
Hey, be nice to me, and I think I'll do something really nice to you on my turn.
You mean don't attack you and you won't attack me? And
I'm
do
going
something
to
nice?
tap
Yeah.
for 3, and I'm going to cast this Bird Admirer. Then I'm going to tap 3.
Yeah, one of the 3 creatures with reach.
4,
That's
5.
a wolf or werewolf.
Cast Tovolar.
Cool.
Pass the turn.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. When I draw, I put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, and I will gain a life. Praise the Lord. I will play a Plains as my land for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To cast Brallin again. Here he is. Everybody say hi, Brallin.
It's your boy. Hi, Brallin.
And then I will play Champion of Wits. When it enters the battlefield, I may draw cards equal to its power, which is 2. If I do, I discard 2 cards. It says may, I will do it. So I'll draw 2 cards, which will put 2 1/1 counters on Shabraz, and I will gain 2 life. Then I will discard 2 cards.
So Steven no longer has the lowest life total, so team up on Steven, right?
This is so funny. I will discard Commander Sphere.
Pretty sure Steve and I are still cool, right? We're still cool.
Mercurial Chemister. And discard those 2 cards. I will put 2 1/1 counters on Brallin, and it will deal 2 damage to each opponent. Technically 1 damage to each opponent twice. Time I'm gonna hit you for 6 in the air.
Yeah.
That is the end of my turn.
I will remove another time counter from the Glimpse of Tomorrow. Hopefully that gets spicy. Okay, Steven, here's what I want to do. We need to knock Jason down a teeny tiny bit.
Oh, well.
So if
One card in hand.
if I give you the perfect hand, your dream hand, will you send some stuff Jason's way?
No deal.
You don't want the perfect hand?
I mean, I'm okay with the cards in my hand, so no.
Could your hand be better?
My hand could.
Theoretically, but honestly not
But I'm
much.
not gonna-
I'm kind of happy with what I got.
I hate it here.
Is it a May ability, or do you force the player to?
I forced the player to do it, but I wanted to leverage it. Well, anyways, since you can't block, I'm gonna send 5 your way.
Fair. I will take 5.
And that'll give all spells you from your
Spells
hand.
from my hand now have Cascade for the turn. I will play this Forest. So, Steven, you mean that there's no way that your hand could possibly be better? And there's no way
Morgan,
I could
I'm not
use
making
that?
this deal with you. No.
I think you're just gonna force one of us to
I'm
do
just gonna
it.
have to force
If
it.
you force me to do it, cool.
In that case, I'm gonna just use it out of spite instead of being nice.
Fair.
So I'm gonna cast Head Game. So first it will Cascade off of Yidris. So let's just go ahead and do that first. I'm looking for something with 4 or less.
Ha! Good. Got that.
Narset, Partner of Veils.
I said yes too soon. I said yes too soon.
Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn.
Oh man.
You're bad.
And I can -2 to look at the top 4 cards in my library. I can reveal a non-land,
Our
non-creature
decks
card
are
to put in my
about drawing
hand.
cards.
All right, so head game. Target opponent puts their hand on top of their library. I search that player's library for that many cards. That becomes their new hand, then they shuffle. I tried to be nice about
He
it.
did try to be nice.
I give you 5 cards.
Don't give me 5 land.
In Morgan's,
Such a mean card.
it really is.
I'm trying to find cards that kind of benefit the table.
One eternity later.
All right, there's your new hand. It at least kind of forces you to do one specific thing, which is okay with me.
Well, unless I just never play those cards.
Steven's like, I'll just never play Magic again. For 2, I'm gonna cast Steve, so that will also cascade. So I'm looking for a card with 1 or 0, which, oh, there we go.
There it is.
Aqueous Form, enchant creature, can't be blocked, and whenever it attacks, scry 1.
So how many different times can you just not be blocked now?
Twice.
And then I'm also just gonna go ahead and crack Steve to go find a land. I'm gonna -2
would I?
Narset to look at the top 4 cards in my library, and I can reveal a non-land card from among them to put into my hand. I'll grab that Rhystic Study. So that will go to my hand.
I don't like
Gross.
that. I don't like that
Are you
at
gonna
all.
play it in Cascade for 2?
Yep, I will cast the Rhystic Study. So I will cascade.
What was that?
Don't worry about
Don't worry about it. He's looking for a 1 or a 2, right?
it. Yeah, 1 or a 2.
That's not it.
What was that?
Felwar Stone. Cool.
Sick. Hey, can I see those because they're revealed?
Yeah, sure.
He's got some cool arts. Yeah, it's brutal. Yeah.
My mountains wouldn't be forests anymore. That's so sad.
I guess I'm going to pass.
Cool.
Tommy,
I don't have enchantment removal.
Tommy, if you don't swing on that Narset, I will curse you as a Magic player for the rest of my life.
I was thinking about
Most
it.
disgusting card.
Or you could leave Narset because it would be funny.
That's not a good reason to leave it.
No, it's not.
You're not the king of drawn cards. You're not the Tsar of drawn cards. The card Tsar. That's not you.
That's not this game. That's a different game. Casually tap for 8 mana and play Ulamog's Crusher.
Are you going to pay the 1 for Ristic Study?
Ha!
I can't, so there you go. Have fun.
Freaking got him.
And then I'm going to swing Isshin at Narset.
Narset dies.
Appreciate you, Tommy.
Is that it, Tommy?
Yeah, and that'll be it.
Alright, I will tizzle.
I don't think I've ever been able to
Draw.
use either of the Eldrazi I have in this deck, so I'm kind of excited that Ulamog's Crusher.
Yeah, that's scary.
Terramorphic Expanse. Steven, you're not going to swing at me, right?
I will not swing at you.
We're going to hit you for 4. And when those two deal combat damage, I will draw 2 cards. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this Terramorphic Expanse really quick. I'm going to go grab a mountain. And then I'm going to tap for 3. I'm going to play Balaged Recovery.
Wow.
Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. What do I want?
Oh, you're going to pay the 1 for Ristic Study?
Yes. Okay. I think I grab Archetype of Aggression and put that back into my hand. And then I will tap for 3. And I will cast the Archetype of Aggression.
Do you want to pay the 1 for Ristic Study?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. When I draw a card, I will put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, and I will gain a life. So I'm gonna pay 2 to play Tectonic Reformation. Each land card in my hand has cycling for red. I'll pay a white to cycle Boon of the Wishgiver. I'll discard a card, I'll put 1 counter on Brallin. It'll do 1 damage to each opponent. Then when I draw the card from cycling, I'll put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, and I gain a life. Then I'll pay 6. I'll play Echo of Eons.
I'm going to tap for 1 green just as a safety net. Cast Autumn's Veil. Spells you control can't be countered by blue or black spells this turn. Creatures you control can't be the targets of blue or black spells this turn. It's going to get shuffled into my library anyway, so I figured might as well.
So each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards.
Okay. And he's about to gain a bunch of life from Shabraz.
Yeah, 7 to be exact.
It's going to go up to 30.
Oh, and did you want to pay the 1 for Ristic Study?
No.
Okay, it wouldn't have mattered. This is kind of busting.
Well,
When I drew 7 cards, I will put 7
you know-
1/1 counters on Shabraz,
I don't hate this. This is okay.
and I will gain 7 life.
Hey, it's good. Awesome.
Is it really?
Is that hand bussin'? Then I will play Boros Garrison as my land for turn. It enters the battlefield tapped. I will bounce Temple of Triumph to my hand.
Why not Temple of the False God?
I want to get that scrying in when it enters the battlefield.
Yeah, but Temple of the False Gods is terrible, and I want it off the table.
He says as Morgan also has Temple of the False God on it.
I have it in this deck because it's a bad card.
No, that's fair.
Because it's a Chaos deck, if you have that in your opening hand, do you play it as your first land?
You should.
I haven't done that, but
You should.
I could.
That'd be
You
funny.
should.
So let me
course, it
ask you
eventually
something.
works.
You know I can kill you with Shabraz right now, right?
Yeah, but you shouldn't, because I set you up to draw all those cards.
Steven, what was our alliance? What
Yeah,
was our
Tommy has
alliance?
the most life.
Kill Morgan?
Tommy also has a
Didn't he
Giant
just say his
Eldrazi.
hand
I
was
do have
busted?
Ulamog's Crusher.
He has a
It's
lot.
just an 8/8, right?
with
That is-
Annihilator 2.
With Annihilator 2, that will happen twice because of Isshin, and it attacks each combat, if able.
Oh, that's a good point. Annihilator 2 is pretty intimidating.
It's kind of Annihilator 4 when you think about it with Isshin.
I might have to kill Tommy.
I don't think you can.
This is 15. You've already taken 6 commander damage from Shabraz.
From Shabraz or
Yes.
from...
I don't want to give Morgan another turn, but at the same time,
I feel like
Here, Steven.
Let me.
Don't kill me.
Hang on,
and
there's
I
a
won't
Good
swing.
chance that
I
this
won't
goes
swing
tomorrow
these
gives me
Steven,
nothing
we're-
other than lands.
We're in the alliance together. Just listen to me for a second. We have the alliance real quick.
yeah.
If we give Tommy another turn, I think we live. If we give Morgan another turn, I am like almost certain we lose.
So Tommy, what you
This deck
say
is awful.
if I don't
You
attack,
just said
my
your
deal.
hand was busted.
If you don't attack me, I will not swing Ulamog's Crusher at you.
I think that's fair.
I'll leave it up to you.
I'm just gonna kill Morgan. I think did I get him?
In response, I'm going to tap Ancient Tomb to deal 2 damage to myself. And then I'll die.
That's fair.
Classic.
It's a very chaos way to go.
Well, that will be the end of my turn on that note. So, Tommy, go ahead.
All right. Draw my card. It's a Plains.
I didn't want Morgan to have a turn.
I swear to God, I was not going to attack you. I was going to attack
No,
Morgan.
I believe you.
I made a deal. I'm
believe
sorry. I love you.
I love you too. What happened?
Because you know it's coming, right?
Yeah, Ulamog's Crusher.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know why it's not going at the dude who can literally kill you with his commander.
I made a deal.
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't understand.
It wasn't a smart deal. It wasn't a good deal.
I'm just letting it be known that I don't get it.
For 2, I played an Orzhov Signet.
Hey, you got that back.
For white, I'll play a Hopeful Initiate.
How'd you get all these cards?
I don't know.
Are you doing your thing anyways, just to see?
Just to see.
Just to see what happened. That's fair.
I love that.
Good.
I like all those lands. That's cute.
And then for 1, 2, red. I'm also going to play a Vengeful Ancestor. 3/4 with flying, and whenever Vengeful Ancestor enters the battlefield or attacks, I goad target creature. I'm going to goad Shabraz.
Shabraz has not hit me yet, has it?
It is not.
It has not. And then I will move to combat. Jason, that is 8 damage with Annihilator. You will sacrifice in the end 4 permanents, because Annihilator 2 will happen twice.
I'm gonna pitch these 2 forests, the Cinderglade, and then I'm going to get rid of the archetype of aggression and just take 8.
That'll be it.
Tizzle. Guess we just kind of stay and pray. I'll tap for 3. Play this Crew and Outlaw. So 2/2 with first strike. Guess I'll play the Path of Ancestry as my land for turn. I will tap for 2 and play the Swift of Boots. And I will equip with 1 the Swift of Boots to Tovolar. And call it a turn.
Alrighty. I will draw a card. When I draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz. I gain a life. I do feel sorry that the fact that Shabraz is goated.
You're not gonna tag me with anything else, right?
He doesn't have to.
I'll go ahead and play Mountain as my land for turn. 1, 2, 3 for a Bonded Fetch. It's a 0/2 with Defender Haste. I can tap him to draw a card, then discard a card. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Draw a card. I don't need that, so I'll just discard it. So when I do the card, I'll put a 1 counter on Shabraz. I gain a life. When I discard it, put a 1/1 counter on Brallin, and it'll deal 1 damage to each opponent. Tap this for red. To play Faithless Looting, I'll draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So then I'll put 2 counters will go on Brallin, it'll deal 2 damage to each opponent. 2 counters will go on Shabraz, and I will gain 2 life. I'm sorry. Look.
Shut up. You're not sorry. You don't feel bad. If you felt bad, you wouldn't be doing it. Literally had an alliance the whole game, and now you're just going all in on me for no reason.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're not. You could have done all this after combat.
Try to play.
This is the second time that I've played with Steven where I've made deals with him, and then he's just killed me.
What are you talking about? Was this like way back when?
Yes. I never forget.
I'll play Monastery Siege. I'm gonna choose cons at the beginning of my drop step. Draw an additional card, then discard a card. Pick 2 to play Merfolk Looter. It's a 1/1. I can tap him to draw a card, then discard a card. I'll have to attack Jason with Shabraz. I'll pay a red to give him trample. I'll also pay a blue to give Brallin flying until end of turn, and I will attack Tommy.
I'll take that.
Welcome
I
to
just died.
death.
Steven's a jerk. No, you're not. Stop fake apologizing. It's infuriating.
Tommy, it is your turn.
Okay.
Well, at least you got to play some Magic. The games that you do better in perform better on average.
So if this video doesn't do well, it's Steven's fault.
I meant to do something. Before I untap on Steven's end step, I'm going to tap the Mountain to let me tap the Orzhov Signet to Valorous Stance Shabraz. Destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater.
Oh no. Well, that is very unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Oh no, now you can't one-hit KO Tommy.
Yeah, oh no. Now my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw, a Mardu Strike Leader. It's a 3/2. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cast it for its dash cost. It gains haste and it's returned from the battlefield to my hand at the beginning of the next end step. Red and white. Another coming back, a Crow and Hoplite. Then I'm going to go to combat. Let's declare all these attackers and then go from there. So,
Okay, well, never mind.
Everything?
yeah, I'm swinging out with everything. On attack triggers, before we start anything, Ulamog's Crusher is going to trigger Annihilator 2 twice. You'll have to sacrifice 4 permanents. Mardu Strike Leader is going to create 2/1 black warriors. The Hopeful Initiate is going to get 2 +1/+1 counters from training. And I think that's all the attack triggers. Oh, and then goad. I goad 2. So here's the thing, goading at this point doesn't do anything for me because I'm the only target he can attack.
Just
Except
tap
when
them
a
down.
goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage. So
But-
you might as well
but
do it to the
Steven,
2 creatures that are more
Oh
likely
yeah,
to
did you take
attack.
1 damage from when Shabraz attacked him? Okay. Actually, it would be
anyways,
2
'cause then
because that also would get doubled from Isshin. Sorry, I should have mentioned that on his turn.
Magic's hard.
So we'll goad Brallin and what is it? Champion of Wills?
Champion of Wits.
Wits, yeah. They're forced to attack, and each will deal 2 damage to you when they attack.
Okay.
And so now, yeah, sacrifice 4 permanents.
I'll sacrifice Tectonic. Well.
1 eternity later.
I'll do Tectonic Reformation as 1. I'll do Champion of Wits. I guess 2 lands.
It's kind of sus, but yeah, probably.
Okay. Then that's 21 damage if you want to block any of it or whatever.
Nope.
And then that'll be it.
Is Tommy finally going to win a game?
I might
on the
win
show?
a game here. I might win a game here. I don't want to jinx myself, but this is the closest I've ever been.
Island is my land for turn.
Did you draw the extra card?
Oh, I did not draw the extra card.
And then discard a card?
And then when I discard a card, Brallin will get bigger, up to 7 1/1 counters, and you will lose a life.
Okay.
7. I'm playing Shabraz again. Alright, I'll go ahead and tap Merfolk Looter. I'll draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, gain a life. Then I'll discard a card, Temple of Triumph, put a 1/1 counter on Brallin. It'll deal 1 damage to you. And I'll tap Bonded Fetch to draw a card, put a 1/1 counter on Shabraz, gain a life, discard a card. Yep. Yeah, so then I give him flying and attack you for 14 in the air.
Instant speed responses?
Not that will help me. He's got me. I have no flyers. He's got me. What my plan was, I was hoping that he couldn't give Brallin flying because I was going to unbreakable formation. All my creatures gain indestructible. Block, leave all these creatures up, and then just swing out.
Well, good game!
Man, I was
What
so
a close game!
That was rough.
What a close game.
Yeah, and then the other one was a creature, so it was not going to help.
Wow, what a fun, exciting game. Tune in next week if you want to hear more about our decks, hear more about the game, and if you are a patron, you can actually jump in our Discord and see that video right now. You can click off of this video, hop in Discord, and hear about that now. Otherwise, come back next week. I think the next episode is going to be the Season 2 premiere. I don't know. The schedule's kind of weird now, but we'll be back soon with plenty of more games. Yeah, bye. See you later.